It's time to have some fun with Warner Brothers officially licensed legal tender coins. You got to know what that means, right? That means Looney Tunes. In 2022, we had Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. And earlier this year, 2023, brought us the Roadrunner. But it's time for that little bird. It's time for Tweety. Let's go to it. So the Tweety bird is here, and it is the first, no, it's the second release of 2023. 2 coins per year over a period of time. I love the design work. I love the simple and clean imagery, but even more so, it's 1 ounce silver, and with silver up 15% in the last 2 weeks alone. I love it at $39.95.
It's all about Warner Brothers. You have that logo in the background, if you recall that Target type of logo, and it started from left to right across your screen. That run there, Bugs Bunny being issue number 1. Each one of them does have the Queen on the obverse. These are Samoa 1 ounce silvers. 2022, like Steve just referenced, brought us Bugs Bunny issue number 1 and Daffy Duck issue number 2. And then this year, 2023, we saw Roadrunner earlier in the year, and now we have Tweety. So we have them available individually. You see the different item numbers across the left side of your screen, and you can purchase them however way you'd like. If you want to catch up with us with all 4 or just grab one of them because it's your favorite character, that option is yours. They're just $39.95 each. Compare that to modern day Silver Eagles of $59, $69, where they've made millions, upwards of 18 million per year. This one, each one of these here, only limited to just 15,000 pieces made for each one of these designs.
The 15 is the key. Now, the first one, again, Bugs Bunny, lasted about 3 weeks and it was gone. Daffy Duck didn't make it to 3 weeks, right? Roadrunner didn't make it to 2 weeks, and already Tweety is gone. Tweety has flown the coop cage.
The cage.
Couldn't make
He's
that
always
one
out of
up.
the cage.
It got to me right there. He's getting away from Sylvester, by the way. Now, here's something to take a step back on. Looking at this, I remember this growing up. This is the cartoon of my generation. And you didn't realize that there are 12 characters. But when you start listing them all, it's like, wow, I know them all. I mean, Elmer Fudd, Wile E. Coyote, Porky Pig. That brings us up to 7, right? Tasmanian Devil, Pepe Le Pew, Sylvester the Cat. I mean, that gets us to
so
10.
Places,
So 10 of the 12 are at the top of my head. And that's going to just be a great series put together. But when you look at what Disney did in 2017, 2018, with their very first ever Mickey Mouse coin, right? And then Star Wars came out and did the Darth Vader helmet coin. And then you had DC and Marvel coming out with the various characters in the comic books. It's only natural that Peanuts, Schultz, right, and Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers, would be the next to jump in. And they understand the marketplace. They're looking at this from the perspective of a collector. And that is, limited quantities matter. What has the U.S. Mint taught us in the last 5 years? What have the other world mints taught us in the last 5 years? Mintages matter. The smaller, the better. Oh, yes. Oh, my. And tonight, you get a choice at $39.95. We kept the rollback of the first 3 just because we knew a lot of people didn't know they existed. The last show, we bumped into someone. We were going over a couple of the silver coins with one of the world reps, right? And the person said hi, whatever it was. It was a great conversation. He goes, I didn't know that stuff existed. And then the answer is, well, because, again, Bugs Bunny lasted only 3 weeks. That was it. It got 3 weeks of airtime, and it was done because there's no more coins to grab onto. 15,000. The lowest minted Silver Eagle was what? 30,000, and that's a $3,000 coin.
Each one of these is .999 fine silver that you see right there on the obverse of the coin with the Queen. 4 choices tonight, or grab all 4. Give us a call or shop online, abccoins.com. Just search Looney Tunes, you'll find all 4, or you can search individually by those item numbers. At the end of the day, they're $39.95 each, and it's always an opportunity to jump online when the phones are busy. Now, random fun fact about Looney Tunes is that it's a cartoon, but they don't spell it T-O-O-N-S in Tunes, it's T-U-N-E-S, because originally Warner Brothers and Disney was a big rivalry between them for music. And
Correct.
That's why they brought it out with the series name T-U-N-E-S for music. thought that was a pretty neat fact when I was reading up on the history of Warner Brothers and
Well,
Looney
you think
Tunes.
about it, it goes back to the 1940s, right? And that's when basically you saw all this duking it out, right, between Disney and Warner Brothers. And they're still duking it out today.
Yeah.
But the characters, the characters are a relationship. In the coin industry, we have a Franklin half dollar known as the Bugs Bunny because of his teeth. Where did that come from? It came from the characters
Bugs Bunny.
when the Franklin was issued. This series was going strong, and the main character again being Bugs Bunny. But all of them have a role to play, right? From Daffy Duck, and you can tell he's always grumpy, he's always mad, to the Road Runner, who's always beep beep, always all over the place.
Yep.
And then you have Tweety just doing everything he can to stay away from Sylvester.
Yeah. And you referenced it was your generation. It was also mine. I mean, this is a timeless group of characters, Warner Brothers and the Looney Tunes. I grew up with it as well. They're so very familiar across generations, and they are still popular today in amusement parks and et cetera. I mean, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Road Runner, Tweety is what we have tonight, 1-ounce silvers, 2022 and 2023 releases, $39.95 each. Grab one, grab them all, grab your favorites, or collect them as they come.
It's all about value in silver. And there's multiple levels. There's the ingots and there's the bars. There is the silver shot we've talked about over the last year. The legal tender, American Eagles, Maple Leafs, etc. I mean, the American Eagle is already on a 3-week hold pattern. There's not enough of them in the marketplace. Silver now moves up 15% in the last 10 days alone with the banking issues that are on the table, of which is just a glip. But gold also goes over 2,000. So we're starting to see the metals react, which is what they always do. Look at our prices. Where everybody else raised their prices to $49.59 and 1-ounce rounds over 60, we're holding the line here at only $39.95.
Guys, we got to put a 1-minute clock up, please. Thank you very much for joining us on this one. Love this presentation. More coins will probably come out in this series, so grab these while they are available with us here tonight. Like Steve referenced, we held back on these first 3 issues because we knew there were more coins coming out in the series. We can't promise that we'll have Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and the Roadrunner when the next issue comes out. So if you're interested, grab them tonight while you can. Officially licensed Warner Brothers, 0.999, fine silver, 1-ounce legal tender, 22s and 23s, $39.95 per coin.
Again, Daffy Duck, series number 2, right? Over $100 in the marketplace today. The other is over 70. It's just a fun category, but it's a rare category. Again, 15,000. Most didn't know it existed, and tonight we're at just $39.95. Again, Tweety is the new one. Roadrunner's the other 2023. The 2 others, Daffy and Bugs, are 2022s. It is the beginning of a 12-coin series, and I can't wait till Elmer Fudd comes out because I get to do my impersonation. It's fun, everybody. Patience with the operators. abccoins.com. It's time to be moving on.